Welcome to Mind Fitness. I am Jamaluddin. I am the founder of Mind Fitness. Today, I would like to share with you what happens in the mind when we are stressful and what are the changes that happens when we become calm. So, I'll be sharing one of a recent session that I did, and in the beginning I was little stressful, and by allowing myself to be stable, I became calm by the end of the session. So I will try to explain what changes happened in the mind using the mind fitness system. This is the file from stress to calm, did on 19th July 2024. So this is the real-time brainwave graph for calmness, and this is how my thinking, reasoning and understanding looked during the session. So if you come to the state of mind report for the whole session, most of the time I maintained coherent thinking, coherent reasoning and coherent understanding. And if you look into functions also, for the whole session I maintained very good score. That is why I have calmness 89% and 11% stress. But in the beginning, when the course started, I observed there is a lot of negative things happening. So that is recorded in the line graph where you can see the whole timeline of the session. So if you look into the whole timeline of the session, you can see that I had incoherent understanding. That means judging. I had too much of incoherent reasoning, incoherent understanding and incoherent thoughts. All were higher, above 50%, but all gradually resided, and when at the end of the session it was very less, and that is how I became calm. So what it proves is, when you are stressful, your mind is having lot of incoherence, and the major stressful events are followed with incoherent judgment and anxieties and overthinking. So in the probability of disorder, in the whole session there was 4% anxiety, but when it would have started, it would have been very high anxiety. But as I understood how to be calm, and in that moment I was able to bring back my mind from judgments, from anxieties and from overthinking, by grounding myself into my body, I was able to feel the subjective experience of calmness, and that I was able to reduce the stress. And you can see that one of the main insight from this session was, if you look into the whole session and how was my mind functioning, you can see that there was 0% wandering and 24% instability and a little bit of breach of order. So mind fitness system calculates the calmness by looking into the real-time brainwave and understanding how much of mind wandering, how much of instability and how much of breach of order is happening in every moment. So as I said, in the initial session I had a lot of wandering. So let's look into the functions of mind in line graph about how much wandering I had. So you can see, so this is wandering for thinking, reasoning and understanding. So initially when it started, all were having a higher wandering, and it was, you can see clearly how wandering completely resided, and there was no wandering at all when it became to the end of the session. So every meditation session, every mindfulness practices tells us that we should avoid our mind wandering and should build the stability of the mind. And if you are able to maintain order in the mind, that is the moment when we have full calmness, and that is how we can avoid stress. So I hope this session gives you an understanding about how our mind works when we are stressful and how we can change it through practices and achieve calmness. See you soon in the next video.